So we're nearing the end of the garden season. Here it is, like mid-September. I'm going to be harvesting sweet potatoes this weekend. I know they're still growing like crazy. They're still flowering like crazy. But it seems if I leave them in the ground to the first frost, which a lot of people like to say, then the bugs in the ground basically come up and start munching on them and make a bunch of nasty marks, and I don't like that. And plus you can see here, they're already pushing themselves out of the ground. So they are ready to come out. This is lettuce. It's covered up basically to keep the chickens out, really. This is another planting of lettuce. I'll do succession plantings of lettuce, so I have lettuce strung out for a couple months. The chickens have been in here for well over a month. There they are. Basically cleaning house, any bugs, any larvae, anything they can find. You'll see they've made a mess of my nice clean paths, but that's actually an easy. See these beds? They've came in here, turned everything over, got all the bugs out, but because I have this fabric down, I clean up with a broom. So I just sweep it, put it back in, and then I use lots of floating row cover and bricks just to basically cover up these beds. Once I get them put back together, I cover it, that way they stay out of it, but they're still able to come in here and keep cleaning house for me. This bed's gonna get cleaned up probably next week. Same with this bed. There's still a lot of cherry tomatoes producing, so I want them to produce as long as possible just because I love them. The pepper plants, I just picked bell peppers and jalapenos. They're still going nuts. I've got a crazy amount of basil everywhere. The horseradish is also ready to be dug now. Dug, divided, and made into horseradish for the season. The lemongrass is going crazy. I've been making lemongrass ginger tea, which is awesome. I'd never done it before, so it's just awesome. The banana trees are growing like crazy, coming up and over everything. The grapevines are dying back, so that's fine. The rosemary, of course, has had a great summer because it was hot and dry, and they love that. It will overwinter just fine. Those rosemary bushes right now are about 10 years old. The other thing that is growing like crazy, besides my sweet potatoes and peppers, are watermelons. There's like tons of baby watermelons still coming on. We've already picked a couple dozen watermelons this year. You'll see they're everywhere. I don't know how long they're going to keep growing for, but like these others that won't really produce very big, like that's about the size of a softball. That's like the size of a soccer ball. But the chickens also love watermelon, so they will enjoy eating and cleaning up all of them. And then okra. Okra plants are doing great. This is my giant okra. So it has a nice, kind of a pale green pod. And then this is more traditional okra, which is a darker green, smaller pod. But the cool thing, the giant okra is very tender, so I like that. And pumpkins are still growing really well. So this bed will get cleaned out probably in about 2 or 3 weeks. That gives the okra time to finish. You'll see I have some of the pods left on there that are drying out, so I'll use those for seed for next year. And that's pretty much the state of the garden right now. There's the girls going crazy, looking for bugs. Eat away, girls.